Right, we've popped over to Stoke Park today, over to the Under Armour Performance Centre here, joined by Conor Purcell. Just gone through the fit process. How was that?
Yeah, very cool. I did it last year, but obviously this is kind of a new shoe that's coming out, and it's a cool kind of process you go through of just seeing how you work in the current shoe you're using, and then seeing the improvement through the force you can generate through your feet, and yeah, it's quite obvious once you see it on the screen.
Are you a spiked or spikeless man?
Been jumping around a little bit. I was spikeless last year for a while, and probably dipping back into spike shoe. It depends a little bit just on where you're playing. Sometimes firmer conditions you want less of a spike, but yeah, I don't fixate on either one.
For you, how important are to overall performance? How important are the shoe to you?
Yeah, I think I probably threw a blind eye over it for a few years, and then in the last few years, especially being with Under Armour, I think they highlighted the importance of how important a good shoe can be to just generating force through your legs. And I think us as golfers are trying to get little gains in anywhere we can, and it's probably an area I'd neglected for a few years, and ever since I've been thinking about it, I've been able to just get kind of effortless speed and a little bit more power out of the legs, which is good.
You have quite an interesting story as well. I think the lads remarked on the European launch when we were at the Clone launch on how it's helped with injury prevention or current injury that you've actually realised has come from the foot when it's in a different area and stuff like that. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, again, Chris, who goes through the fitting process, which is, he first opened my eyes telling me I had quite flat feet, which I was aware of, but I didn't realise that could affect the chain going up. And I had a hip issue for a while, didn't really know what was going on, couldn't really get to the bottom of how to get it better, and made these custom insoles, put them in the shoe, and yeah, hip pain went away in a matter of months, even weeks. So I've just been continuing to do that, and thankfully the niggle hasn't really popped back up again.
That's mad.
Yeah,
how long did you have the niggle for? How long?
I mean, I was dealing with that for over a year and seeing various different people, but the last place we checked was the feet, and that seemed to have the biggest impact, which was mad.
And did that kind of switch you on then to, geez, this is serious here. If I can do that with a shoe, what else can I?
Yeah, I just think it's like I said, it's an area of clothing that you sometimes neglect. You just go for fashion, and then you forget that there's actually a huge component of your power in golf comes from your legs and your feet. And yeah, definitely the numbers aren't lying with the stuff I've been doing.
You're on your feet so long, so playing 4 rounds most weeks, plus your practice rounds, all that. You spend a lot of time on your feet.
Yeah, I think it's obviously you need something that's going to be comfortable, but you need something that's going to perform as well. And it's just good to have a shoe knowing that the numbers are getting better, but it also feels comfortable, looks good, and you're just happy wearing it.
So you've just gone through the full fit process in there. Is there anything interesting that it's the second time you've done it? Have you noticed anything different with this year's shoe than showed up last year?
Yeah, I think what's cool about this shoe is the upper material. It definitely hugs the foot a little bit better. The shoe kind of appears to be a little bit slimmer. I've always liked looking down on quite a slim shoe. So from a looks point of view, it's very, very good. And yeah, the comfort has definitely improved. Each year they're making little changes, and this is definitely the best shoe they've had, yeah.
And from a numbers point of view, are you seeing something that, we've obviously been on force plates, you've gone through?
Yeah, I've been, again, I've been wearing Spikeless shoe for the last few months, I'd say. Wearing a certain model of shoe and not generating as much force as I definitely know I can. And then it's funny, once I put these on, I seem to feel the contact of the ground a lot better. I think some shoes can be quite bare and you don't feel any contact with the ground. This just gives me a good idea. I struggle loading into my heel, and these shoes just kind of give me that awareness of where the heel is a lot better. So yeah, I'm excited to see how I start playing on them.
That awareness it's a big thing, isn't it? To know your pressure points, know your power points, and know when you can pull the trigger.
Yeah, and I think with the help of Chris and the guys here, I think it's that awareness of knowing where your power comes from. Sometimes you start in the wrong area, but this is like, it's quite an easy thing to think about in your swing, and it takes the focus away from where the golf club is. So it's it seems like quite an easy change to make.
Is this sort of like, you come to the end of a season, most players will look in their bags and look for equipment gains or what's new, what's coming on. Is this going to be a yearly thing now, looking for some performance benefits, just get those little extra inch that you can get out of footwear?
Yeah, I think it's kind of added into that equipment space. It's at the end of the year, if it's gone well or if it's gone poorly, I think you're going to look at not only your golf clubs but the shoes you're wearing. And I dabble a little bit with aim point and stuff, and it's just about wearing a shoe that you feel comfortable feeling the slope, and if you're comfortable walking around the golf course, and how your feet hold up to being on your feet, as you say, all the time. So yeah, it's definitely an improvement on last year's shoe, and I'm happy with how it looks.
And from a performance point of view, to go, you know, hackers like me pick something off the shelf, think it's great, it is something that you will see the benefits from getting fit from. You've seen the benefits clearly.
Absolutely, and I think the everyday punter probably doesn't think of shoes as equipment, and I think we're starting to get into that space where we know it's important, and if you can get fit for the right shoe, you can just get an instant increase in club speed or control over your strike, and I think that's going to be definitely one of the big key factors going forward.
They're going on the feet for the season, I know.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big thing about how they look, and they look very good and feel very comfortable, and I'm happy.
Nice fresh colourways.
Yeah, I know. I love a clean look on a shoe as well, so they're as clean as they come.
All right, perfect. Well,
cheers.
Thanks a million for everything.
Thanks a million.
Best of luck for the season ahead.
Thank you.